Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Football Manager experiment, where today we're taking a look at a British Super League. So what's happened is basically all the clubs in Britain have turned up in one league. Now, if you're excited to see what happens and how it works, make sure you hit the like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more of this great content. But it is the British Super League today. So I've jumped to this league. The reason being is it's the lowest or the highest league with more than just Scottish and English teams. So you've got Linfield in there, but obviously you've got the likes of Morton, Shrewsbury, Swindon, Bolton, Arbroath, Ayr, all those sort of teams. But as we go up the divisions, you can also see that there's obviously leagues with lots of Scottish and English teams. If we go up to the top division, the two teams that aren't English in there are obviously Celtic and Rangers, because they're the highest ranked. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the other teams do manage to make it up any further. You see, you've got the likes of Dundalk in there, Cove Rangers, Cliftonville, Carlisle, Cambridge, Salford, Shamrock Rovers in there as well. So you've got Ireland in there as well. This is a database I found on Steam, so I'll link to it in the description, of course, to make sure that you can have a look and play with it as well. But it's still got the likes of Wrexham in there as well. Glenovin, Galway United, Crusaders as well in there. And as we go down, you can see it gets more specific to the region. So you've got the likes of Scotland, England, Wales in there as well. And it all becomes a bit more closer to home as you go down the divisions, as it does in real life with most other leagues as well. But there's loads and loads of divisions, so it'd be really interesting to see if any of you guys end up playing a save with this, because it's quite a cool little idea. But you've also got the United British League Cup and the British Super Cup and the United British Cup. So there's a few competitions in there, and then you've also got Welsh English. There's loads of them. There's loads of blimmin' British Prime Cup. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, there's loads of competitions. So what we'll do is we'll just jump ahead, see how it goes for a first season, and then we'll go for a few years and just see how things develop. So here we are then, a year on, and we will flick through these leagues quite quickly just so you get an idea as to how things have gone. But we can see that Rangers and Celtic have managed to survive in the league. It is a 24 team league now because of the number of teams that have obviously moved over and that sort of thing. Man City winning it by 2 points over the likes of Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, United and Arsenal, who are obviously fighting for Europa place. But Norwich in Europa competition, because I guess they won a cup competition. Let's take a look at what cup they've won. They actually won the United British Cup final, beating Liverpool on penalties in the final. So not bad at all after being in the British Super League. So there you go, fighting for big competitions. We can see as we go down the league, so like Nottingham Forest getting the win in that league, Coventry winning that one. Like I say, you can pause and take another look if you're interested in seeing how things go in these divisions. But as we go through, it's just a nice little quick way to see Dundalk getting promoted there, which is nice to see, one of the non-English teams. Wrexham fighting with Derry City and Stockport, Bohemians and Crawley all to get promoted there in that division. British North Prime division, we've got a lot of Scottish and Irish teams by the looks of it. And then as we keep going down, we've got a few more English teams in this one. Eastleigh sitting in 10th, middle of the road. About right. But as we keep going, we've got the British Wealth Prime division, TNS winning that one quite comfortably in the end by the looks of it, 8 points clear. It'll be interesting to see if these teams that get promoted are able to hold on to these positions and how that kind of works as we continue to go down. I don't know what I've done there, but we can see 6 relegations in this one in the British English Prime division. There's the 2B one, there's the 2A one. There's a few English ones. There's Irish Premier Division. Lots of 3 promotions in there, and 6th place got promoted. So we've hit like kind of the bottom of the leagues here with no relegation available because it's got all the teams that are in the competition. But there you go. Glenfrau Pennyrinnoch. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. But as we go through, I'll just jump all the way to the United British League Cup, which Man City beat Man United 2-1 in. Julian Alvarez getting 6 goals in that one. The Super Cup hasn't played yet, but we've got Norwich beating Liverpool, as we saw, on penalties. A Regional Cup for the Welsh. TNS beating Newtown 1-0. So they've done the double this season. Stirling beating Stranraer 1-0 as well for the Scottish Regional Cup. Irish UCD beating Ballyclare 3-0. Curzon Ashton beating Brackley 2-1 in the English Regional Cup. United British Challenge Cup was Doncaster beating Bolton. And the British Prime Cup was Waterford beating Solihull 3-2. So quite a nice little mix of teams there and nations. And then we move into the under-23. So we'll jump ahead again, maybe a couple more seasons, see if there's any further development. And then we might make one more jump just to see how things have kind of settled over a few years. Okay then, so we're another, say, 3 years on. And we've got to a stage now where it's Man City won it the first 2 years, Chelsea have won it the next 2, and it's a similar kind of viewing, although West Ham and Newcastle are slowly climbing up the table. Is there any more big names in here? It looks like Celtic have been relegated, Rangers holding on once again to staying in the division. Let's go down one more, so we can see Nottingham Forest, QPR, Rangers. They must have been relegated previously and got promoted again, with Sheffield United winning the most recent one. And then we continue to go down. Hibernian winning this recent British Challenge League 1. So that's good to see. And Dundee in this one, which I think we saw got promoted previously. So I don't know if it was in that division or one above or below. But then Derry City up there with Forest Green and Bohemian. Shamrock Rovers won one recently along with Salford. So that's good to see. Newport Lawn, Southend being relegated in that one. National Championship 2. We can see Hamilton, Rochdale, Chesterfield all getting promoted. Dagenham Redbridge coming rock bottom there in the division. We've got Ballymena United and Longford being the top 2 in this one. Waterford, UCD, Bray Wanderers, Ballymena. So it's what you kind of would expect in the North Prime Division. Going to the South Prime Division, we can see that, I mean, it looks like it's shrunk. Has it shrunk, or have I just gone mad? I don't know. But 4 teams being relegated there. It's quite a tough division. Stevenage coming out on top. But in a division with the likes of Weymouth, Chester, TNS is in there as well. So they must have climbed a few divisions. Or maybe that's the division. It looks like that's the division they got into. From that British Welsh Prime Division 1. Hereford's in that as well. So there you go. Western-super-Mare as well. So there's obviously a few teams that aren't necessarily Welsh in those, because I guess as teams go up and down, you're not always going to have those Welsh teams in those leagues. But like in the Scottish one, you've got Gateshead winning it with Dulwich Hamlet coming second. So not quite. I don't think they're Scottish. There's probably quite a way to travel, to be fair. But in the Irish one, we've got Institute winning that one. Wexford and Limerick winning it previously as well. But a bunch more relegations. Truro in there as well. Blythe, Folkestone at the bottom of the British English Prime Division. With Bournemouth and Maidstone winning that one. Then as we come down again, we've got Stafford, Scarborough, Buxton, South Shields. A bunch of teams in here fighting it out. We're continuing down though. And we can see a few more here as we just jump through quickly. As we get to the lower ends, I don't know if any of you guys are interested in these. But if you are, obviously if you spot your team, let me know in the comments and how they got on in the leagues. And if you see that they've won anything. Dover winning that one. In the Scottish Prime. It's just FC United and Manchester. I mean, I think they've got a bit of an advantage considering they're 126 points at the top of the table. Quite comfortably winning that one. Airbus winning the Welsh Prime Division 2B as well there. British English Prime Division A. Witton, Salisbury, Lewis. Then we've got English Prime Division, Carshalton, Staines, Hitchin, Basingstoke coming rock bottom there. But we've got the United British League Cup here. We saw Man City beat Man United previously, but Wolves won it the year after, and then United have won it 2 years running this year, beating Leicester 2-0. Then we've got the British Super Cup, Man City winning that twice, and Chelsea winning it most recently against Tottenham. Then the United British Cup, Norwich won it first time, but it is Tottenham who's won it the most, and then Man United most recently against Nottingham Forest. A nice mix in the Welsh Regional Division, although, again, it's interesting to see that Chester are involved in that one. Then the Scottish Regional Cup, again, Billericay being involved in that one there and winning it most recently. Irish, Torquay winning it. The English teams are kind of taking over a little bit, I think. I feel like that's the case. United British Challenge Cup, Doncaster, Wigan, Motherwell and Portsmouth. British Prime Cup, Waterford, Cork, Finn Harps, Fylde. So that's a nice little mix in there. And then we move on through to the under-23. So we'll jump one more time. We'll probably go to 2030, another 5 years, just see how things have gone. And then we'll probably leave it there. So let's jump and take a look. All right, then. So we're 5 more years on. We last saw Chelsea win it 2 years running, then Liverpool, and then Southampton. That's a surprise. We'll have to take a look at how that happened, because that is not what you'd expect. So they did manage to get top 4 in. So where has that come from? So they were 13th. In 25-26, they came 8th. And then the season after, they just decided they were going to win the league. Fair play, I guess. Wow. So following on, they came 4th. Man City kind of came back to dominance as well. Luton are up in the British Super League, with Hibernian and Rangers were in there as well this season. And Celtic as well in 19th. So there are a few little changes going on. I don't think we've missed anything else. Hibernians obviously in their Rangers. Looks like Celtic might have been relegated. Yeah, it looks like they're. But yeah, generally looking pretty good and interesting to see. Let's take a look at the championship then. We can see, obviously, Hibernian did win the league. Rangers, as we saw previously as well. Luton, Watford, most recently getting the top of the table, but it is Fulham and Brentford who'll be returning to the top flight. We've got Fleetwood, Cardiff and Crewe on the promotion there. Glenavon, Birmingham and Hamilton at the bottom. Then we've got in the British League 2, Millwall and Linfield getting promotion, which is nice. Falkirk as well going up, but we can see here that the likes of Cheltenham, Peterborough, Hamilton, Millwall have all been promoted previously after winning the division as well. Yeovil, Wrexham, Crawley in there as well. Solihull getting relegated after getting to a final as well in a few years ago. Dundalk, Hamilton. So it's good to see that, especially in the lower divisions, you're getting a bit of variety as to the teams and what nations they're actually originating from. So that's quite nice to see. Cliftonville winning that one. Cabinteely on this one with the North. So you've got Queen of the South, Limerick, Alloa, Stirling, Cabinteely. Very nice indeed. Very nice to see. Easily winning the British South Prime Division this year. No, that's not true. They won the playoffs. That's what I meant. Chesterfield and Stockport were the most recent. Although Eastleigh did win it a couple of years ago, but obviously must have got relegated again to be back in this division. Looking on to the British Welsh Prime Division, Chester and Altrincham winning it. So not Welsh at all. Colwyn Bay, Connors Quay are probably and then TNS right in the first division. First season. Weymouth winning the Scottish one, which is very far away from Scotland. So that's probably a bit of a challenge for them and the rest of Scotland to make those travels. But there are a few English teams in there now. We can see FC United of Manchester winning the British Irish Prime Division, with a few different teams winning that. Cobb Ramblers coming in promotion playoffs as well. Looking through, we can see Wealdstone title holders in this one. Scunthorpe, Curzon Ashton won it a couple of times in there. Must have been relegated previously as well. As we continue to go through, we can see, take a look, stop it, pause it, that sort of thing. If you want to see the details, you can see obviously the player stats. A few of them won't be players you'll know because they'll be regens, but you never know. You might know a couple of the boys in there. Donegal Celtic winning that one. Crumlin United, great name, and they won the division there. Civil Service, interesting. They've won it 3 times. Maybe they need to work on staying out of the division rather than being a bit of a yo-yo club there. Hastings winning the British Scottish Prime Division. Welling and Kingstonian in third. I mean, since the first, 2 seasons, a Scottish club haven't won this division. It's not great, is it? Not great. Marine, Port Talbot, Brickfield winning the Welsh one. Or coming top 3 in that one, I should say. British Prime Division, Holywell winning that one. Nice to see. How are we getting on? We'll just jump quickly through. Oh, there you go. You see that one there. United British League Cup. Here we go. So, we saw that Man United had won the double. Then Newcastle won it. Then Southampton, City, Liverpool, and Arsenal most recently beating West Ham. So, a wide range, a mixture. A mixture for sure. We've got then the British Super Cup, which obviously is the title holders, but it's Man United, Liverpool, Man City, Man City. City beating Arsenal 4-1 this year as well. Absolute domination. United British Cup, it was the likes of Liverpool, Tottenham, City, Chelsea. It's the biggest cup competition in the world, effectively the FA Cup, but for Britain. Then we've got the Welsh Regional Cup, which again, it's been a while since a Welsh team has won that, which is a shame. Then Scottish as well, but this one looks a bit better. Annan, Edinburgh Uni, I was going to say United, I think it's University. Formartine, that sort of thing's looking good there. Irish Regional, FC United, Dover, Ballymallard, Dungannon as well, winning that one. Oh, I've just skipped past one, the English Regional. Can't forget that with Guiseley winning it twice in most recent years. Then United British Challenge Cup. We had Ross County, Motherwell, Doncaster, Coventry, Charlton all winning in that one. British Prime Cup. Stevenage has won it 3 times in the last 4 years. I guess they're enjoying the division they're in. And there you go. That will be the end. Let's just jump back to the senior team of the British Super League just to end things off. But there you go. A little bit of an interesting one. Just thought it'd be quite cool to see how things kind of panned out. And it would probably be quite an interesting little save. So make sure you take a look, see if you fancy it. I'll leave it in the comments down below. Not comments, in the description. A link to that on Steam. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more content like this. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. See you then.